didn't want to fight those somebody. But when I sensed to God that he was in a place to get delivered, I went back there. Amen. Y'all gonna be coming safe. I went back there and I asked the elder that was in the side room. I said, you got your peace? And I'm not talking about the peace of the Lord. I said, do you have your peace? He said, well, I'm getting over it. Come on, somebody. But we can't pray. I'm preaching right now. And we can't pray because how many know demons don't care about speaking in tongues? Demons don't care about you being in your word. We in an hour now when demons are coming to the church, picking up the men of God, the women of God, and everybody can't do up the Holy Ghost. Everybody can't do something in tongues. We need some real armor bearers. We need some people that will cut the rest of us this way. now, but you're close to your promise. Anybody mad with God? Anybody mad with God? I got a prophecy 20 years ago, and it ain't come to pass yet. I got a word from you 20 years ago, and I'm still waiting. God told Peter, the reason why you're still waiting, because you didn't love him until you didn't take your faith to another level. What I promise you is in the place that you're not willing to go, but in order to get my blessings, in order to get God's miracles, you got to go. No man has gone before. You got to go, but no woman has gone before. Hallelujah. That's your neighbor, say neighbor. When God makes you a promise, it's just a promise, and you say within yourself, it seems like God has lied to me, but the promise is looking at you, and you can't see it. Look at your neighbor, say neighbor, your promise is looking at you out of the bush. Your promise is looking at you out of the bush. Look at your neighbor, say neighbor, God ain't doing nothing but playing hide and go seek. You want to see how bad you really want it. How your neighbor, say neighbor, how bad do you want it? Just a miracle. Do you want it bad enough to leave them behind? Do you want it bad enough to leave them behind? Do you want it bad enough to follow him? You don't look at it. How bad do you want it? Read. Y'all sit down the rest of it. Look at your neighbor, I'm going to get mine. If I have to shout over you to get it. Look at your neighbor, I'm going to get mine. Woo! And you got your power. Nevertheless, I need y'all to hear this. At thy word,
I will let down the net.
I will let down. Watch the picture of the net.
And when they had this done,
And when they had this done,
they enclosed a great multitude of fishes.
they enclosed what?
A great multitude of fishes.
Look at your neighbor, that you can't be close to what God said. You got to find your way in the rest. You got to find your way in what God said. Away with that permissive will. No, it ain't no permissive will. And it's one will. We have lied to folk. If you don't get the perfect will, you'll find your way. No. Look at your neighbor, the fish was in the same water. Say the fish was in the same water that they were fishing in, but they wasn't in the place. See, sometimes God speaks a word to you. You don't let God finish talking. And we stop by doing nothing. So that's what makes the church frustrated and angry. We don't stay in God's presence long enough to hit a conclusion of the whole matter. And then when you're looking like spiritual fools, it ain't that God lied. You didn't get the whole matter. God promised, I tell folk all the time, God promised Ruth Boaz. She didn't promise him broke ass. Let me correct you. When I say that, Boaz is spelled A-Z-O-N. And sometimes we don't get Boaz, we give his cousin and his uncles. But Boaz is not broke. Boaz is a king. And I'm talking about, sister, don't you sell your yourself for a piece of meat. Come on, somebody. Come on, somebody. Don't you sell yourself. Don't you be that desperate. Come on, somebody. For a man called woman. Ain't got no help. And I tell you. But you didn't know that when God do a thing, He do it exceedingly, abundantly, above all you can ask. Anybody been waiting on some stuff? You thought God was going to just fill your bank account. But God spoke to me a couple of years ago. He said, whatever you got, I'll fill it. So I went out and put $50 in another bank. And I put $50 in another bank. And I realized that what God about to transfer me, what God about to do to me, so here they is trying to play God to the left. They're trying to play God to the right, to the left, to the left, to the left, to the left. Come on, somebody. And God said, you waiting on me. But I was waiting on you. The first time you was fishing in the wrong place. And the next thing, I didn't want to waste my blessing. I knew that your boat, they had 2 boats. But the 2 boats wasn't big enough. The Bible said, when they tried to pull in the fish, look at your lips and you asking God for stuff. But do you really believe that God's going to do exceedingly, abundantly, above all you can ask or think? I know you just want to live it, but the hell you've been going through is going to make God show out and show out. Hey, look at your neighbor that can't go through it. God do it. Y'all sit down. Y'all